I've seen comments in my videos that outright say it. EDC is dumb. And honestly, I get why someone would think that. But that opinion usually isn't about EDC itself. It's about how EDC is often presented. Welcome to Not Another EDC Podcast, where everyday carry meets everyday life. I'm Mikey, a husband, a father, an EDC content creator, and gear enthusiast. And today, we're talking about why EDC gets written off as dumb and what separates pointless carry versus purposeful carry. Now, first, let's talk about why this criticism exists. From the outside looking in, EDC can look excessive. Extra tools, extra weight, extra thought for things that probably won't happen. And when people only see curated pocket dumps or highlight reels, it's easy to assume the whole thing is unnecessary. That's not ignorance. That's reasonable reaction to what's being shown. Now let's talk about where EDC goes off the rails. EDC loses credibility when it becomes performative, when the focus shifts from solving problems to looking prepared, when the carry exists more for photos than function. At that point, the criticism isn't wrong. The purpose has been lost. Now, what is the actual point of EDC? Well, this is how it looks like through my lens. The original purpose of everyday carry is actually very simple. It's about handling small problems without interruption. Not dramatic scenarios, no edgy cases, just everyday friction. The kinds of things that slow you down, distract you, or turn minor issues into bigger ones. Here's how I think about it. Instead of carrying 5 separate tools, I carry one compact setup that covers common needs. It's my Leatherman Arc multi-tool. That system is smaller than my phone and wallet, but it replaces multiple loose items that I would be clipping on my pockets. That's not excess. That's consolidation. If a tool earns its place by solving more than one problem, it stays, at least for me. What makes EDC look dumb is randomness. What makes it effective is structure. When tools live in the same place, get used the same way, and don't require thought, they stop being noticeable. At that point, EDC disappears into routine. Now let's talk about the real distinction of this. So EDC isn't dumb because it exists. It becomes dumb when it's disconnected from real use. Purpose makes the difference. Intent makes the difference. Here's today's recurring challenge for this podcast episode. It's going to be a very simple exercise. For 1 week, don't add anything to your carry. Instead, notice what actually helps you move through the day with less friction. If something doesn't help, question it. And then once you do that, fire down in the comments below and let me know what that is, because I would really love to know. Finally, EDC doesn't need to be defended. It needs to be understood. When it's done with purpose, it stops being visible and stops being questioned. Thank you guys for listening to Not Another EDC Podcast. Carry what earns its place. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Walk a path.